Disney Dreams and Universal Thrills here at Travel with the Taylors. My name is Christine Taylor, and on this channel we talk about taking your littles and your sensory sensitive littles to theme parks. This park that we are going to be talking about today is near and dear to my heart. I've been going since I was a little kid, and now I take my little one. So today, the park we are going to be talking about is one of my favorite local parks in PA. I live very close to PA, so it's very much considered a local park for me. This park is called Dutch Wonderland. This park I have been going to since I was about 5 or 6. My son has been going since he was born. He's going to be 7 this year. And this park is so near and dear to my heart. Like I said, we've been going for a really, really long time. Most of my life we have gone. So that being said, this park in PA is totally centered for kids. From the rides to the foods to the splash zones to that's open during the summer. I love this park. During Halloween, they have trick or treat trail, which is really, really super cool. Um, they have bubble parties in the main courtyard. You get to meet Duke, who's a very fun dragon, Princess Brooke, many of their friends. It's a great time to go. They also have a Christmas winter wonderland where all the trees light up and they do a whole show with Merlin with the trees, and it's super cool. My son absolutely loves it. I love it. So, and then during the summer, they have Duke's Lagoon, which is a giant splash zone water park that is specifically designed for kids. They do have bigger kid, like tube slides, but for the most part, this is for little kids. This is great. Like, they've got little climbing things that you can climb on. They've got boats, they've got water guns. It's just such an amazing little area for kids when it gets hot in those summer days. They have all the rides are specifically made for younger kids, also made specifically for um a lot of sensory kids. There's a lot of sensory areas. There's a whole dino dig site where you can let the kids play in the sand and dig for dinosaur bones. There's little boats, there's little cars that you can drive. The boats are just a little cute walk around. They have an entire dino area where you can learn about different dinosaurs. They have pterodactyls, they have raptors, it's so much fun. You can even take a picture in a giant dinosaur egg. Love it. So they do have roller coasters. They have 3 roller coasters. Um, these roller coasters are great. Again, like I said, I've been going on these since I was young. I have not gone on their new one, hoping to soon, but I have yet to go on their new one, which is Merlin. Merlin's Mayhem. They have fun slides. They have like just little family coasters. The Kingdom coaster, I have to say, is my favorite. It was my first wooden roller coaster as a kid. Yeah, Merlin's Mayhem. They have, which is really cool. I have not been on that one coaster yet. And then the last one they have is the Joust Family Coaster, which is a very super cool little beginner coaster for everybody, in the family. So I really appreciate that. It's definitely coasters for kids who are not used to coasters, not haven't been on coasters before. These are very coaster friendly little kid things. They have merry-go-rounds, they have a monorail, they have yeah, they have so many things to do. They have a sky ride. They have a wonderful dive show. Okay, I absolutely love the dive show. I cannot say enough about the dive show. And they do a Halloween specific one when it starts getting darker, which is super cool. My son laughs every single time that we see the dive show. He specifically requests to go up to the park some days just for the dive show. So that's super cool to have with them. And just for like little kids, it's really cool. They are the only park near us, and not even Disney and Universal have this. They have a little whip ride, which if anybody's been on a whip ride, it's amazingly fun. When Hershey Park got rid of theirs, I was very upset. Just because my family loves it. My mom loves it. I love it. It's a fun little, whip you around. So much fun ride. I wish Disney and Universal adapted it. But that is, my son screams, laughs, loves it every single time we go on. Like I said, we've been season pass holders for a long time. They have a little train that goes through the park that literally the first thing you see is a cute little train and it goes through the park and it is so cute. It's always busy, especially towards the end of the night. But they do Christmas special on the train. They do a Halloween special. Their monorail has a little Halloween section on it, which is super cool. Like I said, they do so much and they make it so geared towards little kids that even the youngest kid would absolutely love being there. It's not like when we talk about like Universal, like Halloween Horror Nights, it's more um like a Disney Halloween party. Which I do love. We do love our Disney Halloween party, but this is on an even smaller scale for your toddlers. For your babies just learning to walk, for your toddlers, it's just a smaller, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's literally it's a smaller version, and we go every year. We very much enjoy it. It's one, like I said, it's our local park. So we go and we do the Halloween and we do the Christmas, and it's just a really great time. Especially when you're trying to get your kids used to going to the bigger parks and being at the bigger parks every day. It's just a nice, calm park for sensory kids and even for toddlers. There's so many that are just learning to walk that are there, and it's really fun for them. There's not a ton of there's a ton of space to move around. There's a ton of space in the courtyard to just kind of let them be them. This place is 100% designed for little kids in mind. And I find that very appreciative and very nice as somebody who's been taking her child to theme parks since they were born, even really since before they were born. Theme parks are my life, which is why I started this channel. And show you guys the parks that are around. So I really enjoy this park. Like I said, this is one of our favorites for the park. For our local parks. We also are local to Hershey Park, so I will be doing a video on that later. But this one is just, it's so near and dear to my heart. I love Duke, I love Princess Brooke, I love seeing Merlin. It's you walk through a giant castle. So it's super cool. Then I can't say enough good things about this park, especially when it comes to taking your littles, taking your toddlers, taking your sensory kids. It's just kind of a park where they can fully explore and be a kid. Like their slogan for many years, it was it's a kingdom for kids, and it really is. It really is. It's situated in the Dutch County, you go on the car rides where you can drive around the back of the park and you'll see like prehistoric dinosaurs in the back, but you'll also see a ton of farmland, a ton of cows. Sometimes the cows will come right up. There's a little creek separating them, so you're not going into somebody's farm, which is totally a good thing. Don't want any trespassing things. But it's such a cute little place. They have a whole they can go on little trains and the kids can move the trains themselves by like pedaling it. They have a log flume ride. They have Dragon's Lair, which is a giant cave where the dragon comes out, which is super cool. And there's a whole little story through there. You gotta go search for things in there. So it's really like I said, so much made for kids that it's it's one of the best parks for taking your toddlers and your little kids and your sensory kids because they have whole dance parties in the courtyard where, you could be kids. Your kids can be kids. You can have a giant dance party. You can, which a lot of parks don't have that. And it's really, really nice just for kids to go run around, let off the energy, you know, have a dance party. They bring bubbles out. They have bubble machine nights and foam parties, which is super cool at a theme park to do, especially for little kids. So like I said, I can't say enough good things about this park considering how long we've been going. And it's only really, as a parent, it's so cool to take my kid to a place in a theme park where I went as a kid, and I did a bunch of things there as a kid. And I rode on some of my first rides there as a kid, and just seeing him go through it and seeing his eyes go through a park that is so near and dear to my heart is an amazing feeling. Like, yes, seeing him go through any park that I've been to, Disney, Universal, Hershey, Dutch Wonderland, it's really magical to see him explore the world that I've been exploring for so many years. But this one was really my first theme park, and to see him go through it and see all the magic that this park brings to not only my kid, but several others through generations is really something spectacular, and it's something truly magical, and it's a feeling that you can't even explain as a parent. Like it's just amazing. And I hope that it's still around for many, many, many years to come because I truly adore this park, especially as somebody who's it's been their first theme park. I will stand on that till, my grave, is that it's an amazing park for little kids and it's a very cool beginner park and it's something that not a lot of people have experienced. When you think amusement parks, you think Disney, you think Universal, but those are more theme parks. Amusement parks, you're kind of also thinking, like Six Flags and Hershey and that kind of stuff. But they also can get super crowded. I mean, this place can get super crowded too. Don't get me wrong. I've been on some super crowded days here. But it's just, the point is, it doesn't even feel like that because it's so much for the little kids, and you're experiencing so much for the little kids through their eyes and watching them go on their first rides. Sometimes even their first rides by themselves. My son now goes on rides by himself in this park, mainly because we also can't get on it because believe me, there's some that I would get on if I could. So, um, it's really cool to watch their independence learn and grow through these parks and through this park especially because it is designed for kids to get out of their own comfort zone, but in a safe way that feels just enough for them. And I find that truly magical. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. You guys have a great day.